The story was told of two high school boys that grew up in the same environment, went to school in the same place, and now after high school, each one went his way. One was working from one fast food store to one restaurant and all that stuff. And after 19 years, it was still worth $7.50 an hour. Now, his companion, 1 year after leaving school, had read 600 books. How many? It's still, I don't care whether it's a pamphlet or what. He's read 600 books, has developed capacity. By the time they met, the storyteller said they were continents apart. This other young man who has developed capacity through a voracious reading culture made possible by self-discipline was worth $200,000 an hour, while the other one was worth $7.50, jobbing from one restaurant to another in the quest of how to eat free. No people work in restaurants eat free. You have to eat what to cook so you can be sure it's not poisonous. So they eat and they eat a lot. So if you have a kitchen with 10 people, you are feeding about 15 people because you eat 1.5 the regular food. Amen. He was just eating for free all about and selling off his destiny for nothing. He had no budget for food because he eats free. Even when he's not on duty, he goes there to go and see how they are cooking as an experienced cook or steward. While someone else was building capacity behind closed doors through the dent of self-discipline. We need to get acquainted with this, that you are only classmates in school. After school, there are no classmates. Each one finds his class. Each one finds his class. And self-discipline is what defines the limits of what class we find ourselves. My prayer this morning is that no one here will waste his youth. And no one here will waste his life. It's a lot. It takes discipline to make the most of anyone's life. It takes high level discipline. You'll soon be out of here and nobody's running after you. You can sleep 12 hours a day. That means by the time you are 70, you have slept for 35 years. You're unconscious 35 years. Every time somebody is sleeping only 3 hours, or 8 hours, call it 8 hours. He slept only 1/3. So he's beating you. Somebody is spending 16 hours. They can't get the same result. They cannot get the same result. There is this man called Benjamin Franklin that had 2 years formal education, or would rather do without food and spend that money to buy books in developing the future he aspired to see. It's not enough to see the future you desire to see. It's important to be willing to pay the price to realize it. He literally taught himself how to read and write, and what a celebrity, what a destiny. Today there's Benjamin Franklin Day recognized in America. He grew to become a foremost philosopher, a diplomat, an educationist, a researcher. One man. Michael Faraday was a lab attendant, developed himself to a point where he became the envy of his professor. Ended his journey recognized as a man of science. great name out of self-discipline. Anybody can make anything out of his life if he's willing to pay the price for it. The busier you are, the freer you are from the evil vices of the day. So, it goes beyond just accomplishing your goals. It protects your life from the devourer. Therefore, everyone must rise to take his destiny in his hand. We all know that a year is made up of only 52 weeks, and a week is made up of 168 hours. The 1 year, therefore, is made up of 8,736 hours. It's not that long. No one has 1,000,000 hours on earth, because 100 full engaged life is still less than 1,000,000 hours. Let's wake up and take responsibility. The worth of any life is a function of the worth of his time. Talk about in his lifetime. What his time was worth while he lived. Quality time investors usually ends up as newsmakers. All smart time investors, more often than not, end up as stars in their fields of endeavors. That's why those who make news hardly watch them. Their time is invested making news for those to watch, to have what to watch. The Playboy magazine once asked Bill Gates, "We hear you don't watch TV." He said, "No, I'm not immune to the lures of TV. I just try to avoid it. But I have no satellite wires passing across my house." Those who make news hardly have time to watch them. Their time is fully invested in making more news than those who must watch as their own calling in life. We have what to watch. In most cases, those who stay by the news hardly have their names mentioned. But they are there. Some even turn it on to go to bed. They wake up in the morning, maybe they want to ease themselves. What's happening in Spain again? In Senegal? What's happening? So, what time do you now think? Someone shut their phone in the night while they are asleep. Another will be on silence. So it can be interrupted 5 times, 6 times a night. Hello? Hello? Oh, wrong number. It's not necessary.